Hello, I'm DanielleStimpson from Learn Reiki Philadelphia and Capricorn. These are your tarot cards for November 2022. I highly recommend checking out the video for your sun, moon, and rising signs if you know all three, as well as checking out the overview video, which will give you more information about the relevant astrology here. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. All right, the first card that comes up for us is the Strength card. If I could summarize your reading, it's basically evolution this month. It has a lot to do with the solar plexus chakra. This particular card in general, this is the focus card. And what this card is conveying is this idea of finding yourself, going to the parts of you that you kind of haven't brought forward and really bringing them forward. If you've had this kind of understated sense of self, or if you're not putting yourself out there, it's time to start doing exactly that. If you've been sort of languishing and keeping things on the hush and maybe being a little less motivated, it's time to get more motivated. Big time for shifting. So this is your focus, finding your personal strength and going within to bring yourself to the forefront. Where you start off for the month, your starting point is the Seven of Coins. This is often the taking stock sort of card, taking inventory. Coins are also seen as pentacles. Here, what it's telling you is twofold. Right where you are right now, you've been in this place of taking a look at where you are in terms of the effort you've put forth and what you're reaping from it. And you're realizing that what you're reaping is not enough. It's not satiating you. It's not helpful. Things have to change and evolve in order for you to step into the tomorrow. So you're starting off the month with this sort of underwhelmed bit of not quite enough coming in. You're not getting out of life, and particularly potentially out of career, what you would like to get out of it. And so you know that change has to happen, and you've been feeling possibly a little stuck about that. The good news about this here is that if you have been putting in a lot of work, for the work you have been putting in, the things that you have been building over time, they're not quite ripe yet, but they will ripen. So they are in the fore, but some things need to shift before they can really blossom. So not a bad card. So that's where you're starting the month. So this is something you probably already knew about. The challenge. The challenge here, which is actually really more like an answer to the quandary of the Seven of Pentacles, is this here of the Hanged Man. In this deck, which is the Fountain Tarot, it has a slightly unique take on the Hanged Man, a little bit closer to a little bit more spiritual than some folks might normally interpret it. The Hanged Man is a major arcana card that has to do very strongly with changing your perspective and being in a position of it feels like I can't move forward. I feel stuck. Something around me isn't moving, and all I can do is change my perspective. I have this time, I might as well use it wisely. Let's look at it from a different viewpoint. In this card deck, it's much more spiritual, and it really means to take a journey into the self, and in some cases, even like an ego death. What needs to transform within yourself is much deeper. This is a time to get out of our own way and kind of see, hey, the things that I've been doing that did work before don't any longer. I need to let go of the old ways and the old things that worked and get reconnected to why I do what I do. This can be a whole ripping up of things just from the root. When we come to this particular Hanged Man in this particular deck, it really asks us to leave nothing as sacred other than those things that are absolutely, truly sacred. Going to our most basic points of why it is we do what we do, what motivates us to do what's important to us, and everything else opening up to the idea of change. Just because it's been done that way, just because it has worked that way, it's not now. So letting go of attachment to things about yourself and about what you do and how you go about things, being ready to let them go so that you can start afresh. The card that comes in the next steps. So where do you go from here? Like the call to action, if you will. It comes up as a 7 of Cups. Sometimes I read transversals, sometimes I don't. Sometimes when it's the kind of call to action card, it gives us advice as to this is where you're at and this is what you need to do. 7 of Cups right up is very much in alignment with a little bit of that other 7, that 7 of Coins. That's sort of, in Cups, it's very dreamy. It's the illusion delusion card. This is very much hearkening back to our friend, the Hanged Man. If we continue to look at all the, well, that could happen, well, that could happen, well, that could happen, we're not actually making anything physically concrete take place. What we need to do is take action, take a closer look at each of those 7 cups and decide which ones we're taking, which ones we're working with. Taking decisive action, being excited about where we're going, what we're doing, and how, making those decisions. So this is definitely call to action. Step out of dreamland, make those decisions. The time for dreaminess and brainstorming has to, it's okay to be within that place, especially in the beginning, but it's now time to start culling through those and starting to say which things are ready to be left by the wayside and what choices you need to make. Where do you want to go out of the options you have? And then the whisper from your guides, the advice from your guides, the love note from your spirit guides of what you could know, hints that are helpful, messages that are supportive, etc. And we have the 6 of Swords, which is a really beautiful card. What this basically says, this is a great card to have following up something like the Hanged Man. If you choose to weed through those 7 cups and make your decisions, what you can do is you can take what serves, you can put it in your boat, and you can sail to calmer waters and have a true transformation. Taking the lessons you've had, the things that are important to you, those things that are experiences learned, and bring them to something new, a rebirth and a leaving behind of what no longer serves. This is as much as it is a minor arcana card, it is very much a powerful card given the others in this suit. So your guide's basically saying as well, for some of you, maybe many of you, this can also portend to travel or moving or relocating. Relocating yourself personally or your business or anything along those lines. This can portend to going to a better place. So with that, Capricorn, I want to say have the best possible month ahead. Don't forget to check out the other videos of your sun, moon, and rising, as well as your horoscope overview, the astrology overview that I have up for the month. And if you want to learn more about me, my online Reiki classes, community Discord, crystal shop, or social media, go ahead, check out the description below. Thank you for being here, and go ahead and subscribe so that you're here for next month's cards. Have a beautiful month ahead. I hope you make the most of it, and I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.